to Kansas, played 4 years there. DeLon Wright launches and knocks it down from downtown.
Well, you said they're 7-1 in turnovers. They're lucky to be tied. Well, they're not tied. Offensive foul. That's going to be on THT.
That's 8 turnovers for the Lakers. 8 Laker turnovers. And that's 2 fouls on Taylor, Horton, and Tucker, both of the offensive variety.
You know, when you're off the ball, like, you still have to be aware of where defenders are. You just can't always run in a straight line. Run somebody over.
DeLon Wright tried to give it up. There's Caruso getting a hand on it. Jackson's been very aggressive. Now THT takes it away. 3-on-1. Horton Tucker. LeBron underneath. So a good dish by THT, and LeBron finishes.
Well, it ended up being a good dish. I thought they were too close to throw that type of pass. But LeBron did a great job of retrieving it.
A good hands by number 23. The Lakers steal it again. Horton Tucker just pulls his way in. Can't score. There's Kuzma trying to get it. And they've got numbers going back the other way. Mikhailuk, right. He attacks. Speed for 3. The Sixers and Miami, and also beat the Suns. Isaiah Stewart out of Washington.
outside for Josh Jackson. He took an extra step.
Before or after the foul?
Exactly. LeBron in a hurry, stops, fires, it won't fall. Rebound Isaiah Stewart at the horn. So the Pistons finished their first quarter in Los Angeles with a 2-point lead over the Lakers. The Pistons 29, the defending champs 27, here on Fox Sports Detroit.
When you're feeding a gambling problem, it's hard putting food on the table. Saving for a better future.
Piston on the scoop, gets the deck, and he'll get the call.
Here's Speed, determined. I say that because his movement without the ball was...
Right from three, barely hit the front of the rim. Lakers can break. Caruso now in the attacking zone.
Definitely aggressive. The pass was there to beat him, but then there's Taylor Hunter.
Fouls
Tucker.
on Josh Jackson.
Taylor Horton Tucker, and that's 6.
Horton Tucker gets to the basket. A lot of strength. 233 on that 6'4 frame. Jump catch inside Isaiah Stewart. Baby hook, no. Rebound, Harrell to Caruso. LeBron against Josh Jackson. Screen from Harrell. He'll spin to the lane, take it to the rack. Missed on the scoop. Hits the deck, and he'll get the call.
Here's speed, determined. I say that because his movement without the ball was definitely aggressive. And the pass was there to meet him, but then there's Taylor Hunter.
Fouls
Tucker.
on Josh Jackson.
Taylor Horton Tucker, and that 6'4", 234 you talked about on the move with the basketball.
Our league leaders brought to you by Belfour Property Restoration. Career 25-point games, most in history. LeBron James. And when you see Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is second, you know that's a heck of an accomplishment. The free throws fall.
Are you concerned about the current fluctuations in the world's economy? Here are
getting himself in great position to shoot his shot.
Finally grazed the rim on his third triple try. But he is 3 for 3, folks. And we've been hoping for this.
Yeah.
A chance for Svi to get some minutes and get in the groove. He's a weapon, as Gregory would say. He lobs it inside for Plumlee. Pass got away.
That's going to go down as a turnover.
That Horton Tucker triple from the corner was a hair late. They've taken it away. And LeBron just airmailed the shot, so the Lakers have a 1-point lead officially. Steve penetrates. Magruder with a miss. Harold shovels it ahead to LeBron. Kuzma in rhythm. Yeah, that's dangerous.
Well, when you're getting back defensively, you just can't get all the way back into the lane. You got to locate your guy when he's crossing half court, because you see right there, the Lakers have the freedom to hoist early on the shot clock, especially if you're not matched up.
Saddiq Bey looking for a shot, finds one from the baseline. It's short. Kuzma boards it. 7.5 to play in the half. Lakers by 4 in Los Angeles. Kuzma, same spot. Missed it this time to Mason Plumlee. Steve with penetration. The dish to Bey. Missed on the 3. Harold to LeBron. Way up. Horton Tucker reverses and scores.
When you play with a guy like LeBron James, you're encouraged to run. You're happy to run the floor because he's going to pay you off more times than not.
Sekou misfires. Magruder with a rebound. Foul by Harold.
Look at this. Run. Get to your spot. Ball's coming. LeBron led the league in assists last year, folks. On plays just like this. Here, you got Tucker running. He gets paid off. I will say this, though, defensively, LeBron's not guarding anybody right now. Sekou Doumbouya had a wide-open shot. There was no one near him. LeBron is like a rover out there. I think that's why Sekou is coming out right now. They're going to get somebody out there where LeBron has at least be a factor. He's been replaced by Jeremy Grant. You'll see a different LeBron effort defensively now, I think.
If you don't, Jeremy will run him up in bunches.
Is LeBron staying out on? Seems like they're alternating LeBron and Anthony Davis right now. Schroeder's back in at the point.
Schroeder, Harold, Kuzma, Contavious Caldwell-Pope, and Anthony Davis for Los Angeles.
Piston zoning.
Schroeder gets a Davis screen. Bounces it deep to Harold, who lays it in. And he's going to get an and one here.
It's one of the few times that the Pistons have played their zone, but allowed easy penetration against it. Here's Schroeder, who loves to get into that painted area. And he's going to drop this thing deep on the baseline for Harold, who lurks down there often.
Fouls on Plumlee. That's the first on Mason. Only Piston with more than one is Isaiah Stewart. He has 3.
If you're the Pistons, stay in range. Do not allow the Lakers to surge over the last 6 minutes of this half.
They have started to. They now lead 45-38. Magruder against Schroeder. Svi against KCP. Way outside for Saddiq Bey, and that's a walk. So the Pistons with another turnover. With 6:20 to play in the half. They do need to be careful, as Gregory said. The Lakers are on a 10-2 run. Schroeder's pass picked off by Saddiq Bey. Ahead of the pack. From behind, Kuzma got the shot, but committed the foul.
That's just what the Pistons needed, a breakout, a turnover forced, and then an opportunity to run and score in transition. Here's Sadiq Bey in excellent position. He knows he's going to get hit. Somehow I just felt like he was going to get hammered there.
Yeah. Gets up off the deck and steps to the stripe. You know, fans, 21-22 season memberships are on sale right now. Reserve your seat. Experience the excitement of NBA basketball live from Little Caesars Arena next season. Take advantage of our 12-month interest-free payment plan. Go to Pistons.com or call 313-PISTONS. Bay buries them both. 5-point Laker lead. Schroeder to the basket. Flips it up, fills it up.
First the quickness there. Gave up the ball and immediately got it back. Maybe caught the Pistons napping just a bit.
Steve Mikhailuk against Schroeder. Plumlee high screens. They go topside to Bay. Missed on the triple try. Harrell shovels to Schroeder. Kuzma for three, and that is through.
He is such a good shooter.
What touch. From the state of Michigan, went to Bentley High up by Flint.
You know, the thing with a guy like Kuzma, when you're playing on a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, stuff like this can somehow get lost in the mix.
Isn't that the truth? Timeout in L.A.
So long, Nacho.
Remaining, but Doncic's three makes it a 7-point game. Two of the NBA's brightest stars throwing haymakers at each other. What a performance from Doncic. Curry's got 51, but down by 7.
And I like this. Doncic trying to track Curry.
Curry takes the three, fires up another three. Bang! Curry with an answer. And it's a 4-point game, 38.1 remaining. And Green quickly fouls Richardson. That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes, so the next one will put him in the penalty.
And the movement of Curry. They were thinking about trapping him, but they forced a switch. And you just got to force him to get rid of the basketball in that situation.
That's his 11th three-pointer.
Just too great of a shooter and a scorer.
Wiggins putting some pressure on Richardson, the double team. And they call a foul. Warriors don't like it. They thought they had a good double team there. And now free throws for Dallas with 33.5 seconds remaining.
That's clean.
I don't know if that's clean. Looked like Bazemore grabbing that arm. I think there's some contact there.
Well, they owe him from that out of bounds. Either way.
So Bazemore picks up his 4th foul. And a timeout call. Each team
taking a timeout to challenge the ruling on the floor. Personal foul on Ken Bazemore.
There you go. Right now, seconds, especially with these two teams in the three-point shooting. Each have hit 23s tonight.
I think this is a very worthwhile gamble, though.
Yes.
You're down 4, they're going to the line, and as I look at it on the big screen, I think initially he got it clean, and then he came through on the arm, so I think it should probably be upheld as a foul.
Is that your remix version of saying you was wrong initially?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much so. But I do like the challenge.
I agree.
I've seen Ty Lue do that a couple games in a row where he's challenged around the 2-minute mark and I just think these are good challenges when you have somewhat of a chance.
Well, a challenge of trying to stop Luka Doncic and Steph Curry is a difficult challenge night in and night out. You said it earlier, Mark, with Rick Carlisle said, I love watching Curry play. I hate coaching against him. Meanwhile, Luka Doncic, not just the 42 points.
After review, the ruling on the floor has been overturned. Bazemore made a clean play on the basketball, and at the time of the whistle, Golden State had possession of the basketball. 33.5 on the game clock in Golden State ball.
You always make me doubt myself. I knew I was right.
Wow. Now, it's also key that they determined that Golden State had possession at the time, because otherwise it would have been a jump ball. The ball clearly fell out of the hands of Richardson.
I'm surprised they're not taking a timeout to advance it, to try to optimize their chances to get 2 for 1.
They only have one left. Maybe he wants to save it for...
Now you bring in Damian Lee, another shooter on the floor. The guy that's made big shots for them during the course of this first half of the season.
Warriors will try and score quickly so they don't have to foul on the final possession. Curry on the drive, gets inside, reverse, banks it home, and the foul! Curry's fouled by Kleber, and a chance to cut it to 1. He's got 56.
And a 4.6 differential. So the decision for Steve Kerr is, as we see Curry attack Kleber off the switch for the 3-point play, is do you take the timeout? Or do you play it out? They've had trouble securing the defensive board, or do you play the foul game? I play the foul game.
I'm in agreement with you, especially with the weapons that they have spreading the floor. I can get a 3-point look. I stretch the game out and play the foul game.
Curry hits that. We're at 28.6 now. The official scores right now says that the Warriors don't have a timeout remaining. It just got changed. Finney Smith will bring it up. Curry putting pressure on, so clearly they're not going to foul. Nine on the 24. Into the hands of Doncic. 5 to shoot. Doncic to Kleber. Kleber 3-pointer. Puts it in. Maxi Kleber makes it a 4-point game. What a clutch three.
And that's the leadership I was talking about a little earlier. Luka thinks home run early in his career, makes the right play. It's a license to make the right read, Coach.
That's just beautiful basketball. The Warriors decided to play it out. The Mavericks got it to their home run hitter, Doncic. I think it was a wise play to come and double. And Doncic, the unselfish play to give Kleber a chance. And he knocked it home.
Kleber with his 4th 3-pointer of the night. He's got 16 points. That's the 11th assist for Doncic. Mark Cuban fired up. And it's a 4-point game with 5.6 remaining. So now the Warriors will advance it in the front court, but now they're out of timeouts.
You said next game they're going to allow fans in here, Mike. There's been fans here tonight. 3 of us thoroughly enjoyed the performance by both of these teams.
And obviously, Mark, the 2 star players were magnificent tonight. But there are a number of other players who made some big plays, and not just in terms of scoring. So obviously, Golden State has to score immediately and then try and get a steal or foul right away. Curry, a couple of dribbles, goes inside, flips it up, shot in and out, won't go. Damian Lee follows it in with 7/10 of a second remaining. It's a 2-point game. They throw it to leg. Mulder deflects it, and that'll do it. What an entertaining game here tonight in Dallas as Luka Doncic shows his basketball brilliance with 42 points, 11 assists, and outduels a 57-point performance from Stephen Curry.
Dallas, after their worst loss of the season Thursday night, were embarrassed, beaten on this floor by 31. They were.
Mark looks up and says, "You're calling a foul on me?" He took a beating.
And he went down quickly. Jackson with the left hand.
Well, here Marcus Paul's left hand definitely gets the left or the right arm of Josh Jackson.
Could they be looking and see if that's a non-basketball play or a flagrant play, perhaps, on Josh?
You never know these days.
Yeah. That might be what they're consulting about over the scorer's table as they went to Jersey in the replay center, and we'll hear it right now. So they are overturning it.
Yeah, they're overturning the call, but the technical foul on Frank still stands.
Frank said, "Thanks a lot."
Then after they shoot the technical, there'll be a jump ball at midcourt by any two players that were on the floor at the time of the whistle.
Jeremy Grant, his first free throw tonight. He has 10 points, just one less than Mikhailuk. And we'll be with you on Monday night at 7. OKC, the first of the Monday-Wednesday miniseries.
The on-court call is overturned to an offensive foul. The technical shall stand. Shoot one free throw and then they'll let ball free the line.
So that wasn't, a charge block. That was, I'm throwing my hand and hitting you in the face foul. It was just strictly charge block. He was in the restricted area.
Yeah, they're not going to jump it up. They're going to, after this technical foul here, they're going to be Laker ball.
Jeremy Grant adds one. It's now a 10-point game. 1:06 remaining here in the first half. We'll be sending you to the studio for the Jack in the Box halftime report, so stick around for that. Staples Center tonight, 10th home game of the year. This ends the season series with Detroit. By the way, these two teams have alternated wins the last 7 times they played, with the home team winning each time. The last time somebody swept was in 2016-17. Didn't happen to be the Pistons. Lakers don't want that happening again here. And again, it was a second half surge that got Detroit that win in the Motor City. Little flyby. Dennis is going to lean in with the floater, and it settles in.
Good read by Dennis. Great read. He had a flyby, but the defender was bigger, and he really didn't go too far out of position, so he was able to still, if Schroeder would have shot that, contest the shot.
Well, Detroit will go for a 2-for-1 here. Jeremy Grant, he attacks Gasol and lays it in. Tough shot. Actually had some contact, but Mark went straight up, verticality. Schroeder, there he goes, and he scores again. Ultra quick, the flash.
He's quick.
You can't see him.
He's quick, but what he does to make him look even quicker is he changes speeds. If you always play at the same speed, you're easier to defend. But when you change speeds, It makes it difficult for me to defend it.
Needs a dozen. Shot clock is actually one ahead of the game. They are working for the last opportunity. Grant slow start, but he's heated up. For two with one right at the buzzer, and that's the way to end the half if you're a Detroit Piston. But it's still a nice Laker lead by 9.
By 9, shooting the ball very effective from the field at 66%. But you're not happy with the turnovers, and you say to your team, look, we can't allow this team to score 54 points in each half.
Lakers shoot nearly 66%. They're up 63-54. Time now to check in with the Access Sportsnet studio for the Jack in the Box halftime report.
Where can you find the top 10 NBA plays of the week? Only here in our Courtside Countdown.
Halliburton, far side, right wing, drives and jams it down. Halliburton punching it home, hit him with the hesitation, and then came over the top. Wow. Tyrese, rhythm and blues, baby.
Leonard. Tell you what, Leonard throws it down this afternoon. R.J. Barrett battling Kawhi Leonard. This is a great education for Barrett.
11-point fourth quarter for De'Aaron Fox. Spin cycle. So much jelly that can't be jam. What a play.
De'Aaron Fox is out here dancing right now.
Got it. Not bad footwork.
He out here dancing right now.
Vucevic right there. The cut. Oh, spicy. Hey, that's not rolling off. Whoa. Siakam will not be denied at the rim.
Oh, my goodness.
Steph, that's not fair. It's not fair.
No.
No one can stand it. It's too many moves. He went through his legs like 15 times.
Up into the front court, which still trailer is Edwards. Left alone to drive down the lane and rock the rim with the right hand. Oh, Anthony Edwards. Elevated and hammered. Durant out of the right. Pass Lopez. Go to the rim and slams it over Bertans. Oh, Durant! That is a man's jam.
Yeesh. Either Chris Paul or Devin Booker will be involved here.
It is Paul with 6 seconds. Paul guarded well by Kleba. Now Booker squares up for three over Richardson with 1.5 left. Suns go in front. Beautiful pass to Devontae. Oh, my goodness! Didn't see that coming! Up diddly deep!
Yeah, tap the top of your head, flushes it down all over Sabonis. Boom! Woo!
That's a first.
You want Gary Trent Jr. to jump against a two-time slam dunk champion. Blazers get the tip. 5 seconds left. Covington trying to get it to Dame. He puts it on the floor. Step back three from Dame.
Oh! Painted! Damian Lillard! Game winner in Chicago! Back-to-back threes to break the heart of the Bulls!
Wow. It's that time.
This Black History Month, we celebrate former standouts at historically Black colleges and universities and their contributions to the game of basketball.
Dick Barnett played collegiately at Tennessee A&I State College under the tutelage of Hall of Fame coach John McClendon. Barnett used his classic left-handed jump shot to score 3,209 points and lead Tennessee State to 3 National Association of Intercollegiate Athletics titles. He was drafted by the Syracuse Nationals with the 4th overall pick in the 1959 NBA draft. Barnett also played 9 seasons with the New York Knicks, where he would win 2 titles in 1970 and then in the 1973 season. Barnett finished his career with 15,358 points.
I'm Chris Miles, and here are your top 10 plays. Clocking in at number 10, Malik Beasley, rising like yeast. Such a beast. Led Minnesota with 24 points in a win over OKC. Bam Adebayo scored the most points he's ever had in a single quarter with 15 in the first quarter, 21 in the game, rising over the Wizards. Number 8, Kyrie Irving, looking out for his favorite DJ, Kyrie to DeAndre Jordan. Number 7, James Ennis is about his business. Goes up and under for the finish. The Bucks go the wrong way on this play. Darius Garland leaving the pass for Lamar Stevens.
That extra second to let him come open.
Number 5, Jared Allen, fast like the Flash. Bobby Portis, slow like the tortoise. Number 4, Ricky Rubio, showing off the handles, and a great pass to Jake Layman, who does more than laying in, rising to the rim. Number 3, Giannis, on the block like he's 8 feet tall. First, he blocks Drummond, then Colin Sexton. Back-to-back on the blocks for the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Number 2, how about the sweet pass from Lou Will to Ibaka Zubac?
Big Sue flexing a little bit.
Top play, D loading, D closing. D'Angelo Russell with the game winner for 3 against OKC.
D'Angelo Russell taking matters into his own hands with the biggest shot of the game.
Avoided until the Pistons were able to adjust to it.
Jeremy Grant with a bad pass. Schroeder on the other end for Davis. Flips it up off the square for a score. 8.5 to play. First quarter, last game of the trip. And he said Plumlee in the basket. Nice move for a scoop and a score. Jeremy from the sideline. Off the rim. Pistons start cold early. LeBron to the basket on the other end. Lays it up, lays it in. Pistons tried for a steal. LeBron from the top for 3, and it's through.
How about that in this deep into his career, and still putting up, and still putting up best ever stuff.
Delon Wright with a score. And
his first or second option is try to get the ball to the hoop.
Delon Wright fires. He fills it up. Delon from behind the long line.
After a 7 for 36 performance from beyond the arc in Phoenix, 4 of 9 in the first quarter, you certainly like that percentage a lot better.
Certainly. Lee Mikhailuk with a 3-point gun that goes. He didn't hit the rim. LeBron gets a Harrell screen. Horton Tucker gets to the basket.
Oh, it's coming, but at least let LeBron know that he's not going to be able to just walk into the position he wants.
Lakers turn it over, but the Pistons turn it right back. And LeBron gets the jam. Kuzma with the score. See again, and it's through again. Done the 3. Harrell to LeBron. Way up. Horton Tucker reverses and scores.
Pistons bench is 16. Lakers are 21. Finished quarter strong, and they haven't really done that. The Pistons outscored them in the first quarter to end it. The second quarter was dead even, so they've got to pick it up there. One area they got to pick it up, Mike Fidel. They've got to keep possession of the basketball.
Yes, dude, turnovers, that's the thing that pops off the box score, right? 13 of them, and that was certainly how Detroit stayed in the game. So I'm sure Frank Vogel addressed that. But, the good news, they did pretty much everything else well, including, as you mentioned, 66% from the field, and they held Detroit to 44% from the field. Also, as LeBron gets a turnover, they could also probably keep the Pistons off the free throw line a bit more. They had to foul sometimes getting back in transition defense after those turnovers.
You're absolutely right. They gave up 15 attempts in the first half. If they do that in the second half, they're going to have a dogfight on their hands.
Well, here's other good news for the Lakers. They forced now 12 turnovers. With that turnover right there, well, LeBron, the first meeting of the year between these two, about a week or so ago, he was 7 for 7 to start the game, then went 1 for 12 in the second half. We do not need a repeat performance of that It was probably the best defensive half of the year for the Pistons when they beat the Lakers and came from behind. LeBron, first shot is off, and it's going to be taken. A good box out that time by Dumboya, and Gasol couldn't control it. On a 3-game losing streak right now. Detroit, again, just one win on the road. That was against the Heat in Miami, knocking down Schroeder. Jeremy Grant draws a foul.
If that's on Schroeder, that's going to be number 3.
Going to be the first one for the Lakers with at least 3 fouls this evening. Doesn't look like he's moving freely. It looks like he has a little bit of a
You'd be moving like that too. You
don't
get run over by these Mack
I
trucks.
thought you were going to say you'd be moving like that all the time, and I am.
Good point.
Yeah, you know that. Michael's moving better than me these days.
Yeah, at least he doesn't have to grunt when he gets up.
Off the field. Right. That's the truth. Here is Jeremy Grant knocking down the free throw. So Jeremy Grant leading the way, or per usual, with 15 for them. Schroeder goes baseline. Good feed to Gasol, but he couldn't finish it. Boy, it was right at the rim. Now it's 5-on-4 the other way.
Well, he's not a high fly act, and Plumlee is, and Plumlee really affected that shot.
They get a 3 here. It's only a 4-point game. That one nearly picked by Caldwell Pope, but it also results in a KCP foul, his second.
Never look at that play where Gasol goes up, but a couple of Pistons were there, Plumlee primarily there to contest the shot. Could have very easily called a foul there, because you did get some of the wrist, but no call, you just keep playing.
DeLon Wright. Boy, he just waited that one out, didn't he? And he scoops and scores. LeBron quickly at the other end. They take it out of the basket. KCP has not scored, by the way, tonight. Gasol hasn't. He's only shot it twice.
Again, only 2 attempts.
Twice for KCP. Got to get more. He went to AD early. Schroeder open. Gasol 3 in there. Rattles it in. So his first basket. You know, Mark coming in had only had 5 total points over the last 4 games. That's it.
And that's his first 3 in quite a spell.
It is. He's only shooting 30% from beyond the arc this year. AD read that well.
Well, he opened up for that backdoor pass, didn't he?
Weren't they? They were looking for Dumboya. Another steal. And by the way, turnovers are now even at 13 apiece. But neither team really taking advantage of it. Schroeder was knocked out of bounds. And there is no such thing as a force out anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It's a foul.
Another rule I never understood.
The force out.
You forced me out of bounds. Didn't you foul me?
It was a force out for many years. Inbound KCP. Let's see if he can scratch
wide open
for the first time, and he does. So the 2 Lakers who had not scored on successive possessions get on the board.
And the Lakers go back to a double-digit lead. Good change of direction.
And you saw a little bit late moving over on that play by DeLon Wright.
You know, obviously Marc Gasol will get the foul, but that's where it's so important for your perimeter players to keep people out of the paint. That was a good change of direction by Wright, and he gets into the paint, and your last line of defense are your bigs, and then you end up picking up fouls, and primarily they're men.
Well, you just hit a 3, and I know, Mike, you want to talk about the big Spaniard.
Yeah, Billy, since you mentioned his offense, I actually asked Frank Vogel before the game if he wanted to see Mark get any more shots, if he wanted any more involvement on that end from a scoring perspective. And he basically said no. He said Mark's out there to defend, rebound, and play make from the top of the key. We're not asking him to be a scorer in our offense. Now, they do think that the three-point percentage will fall back up as it was the last couple of years, but that's not what he's out there to do. They have plenty of firepower, as according to Frank Vogel.
Yeah. Only a certain amount available. He's playing about 19 minutes a game, too, Mike. Not a ton of minutes either. Anthony Davis and Plumlee, and he goes right around him, and he can't throw it down, but he'll shoot free throws. And AD, I know you're going to ask, Stu. It's about time he starts knocking him down with regularity in the free throw line. After we see this replay.
Boy, he got grabbed, but his free arm was the one with the ball in. That should have been a 3-point opportunity coming to Anthony Davis.
AD's only 17 for 29. That equates out to 58% over the last 4 games from the free throw line.
That is not going to get it done when you're such a primary offensive weapon.
Yeah, should be shooting around 80%, and we expect him to do that. So AD, as he goes to the line, I want to remind everyone there's no fans here, and we hope there will be soon. The sooner everyone stops COVID-19, the sooner everyone can get back wherever they want to go, and especially here at Staples Center. So do your part. Wear the mask. Gatherings are important, and especially everybody watch yourself
watch
tomorrow.
The game tomorrow.
Yeah, watch yourself. Make sure you're safe tomorrow. And for more information, visit Lakers.com/mask.
And Anthony Davis converts both free throws. Lakers lead is 11.
That's good news. But alone and throwing it down is Isaiah Stewart. By the way, speaking of foul trouble, Plumlee has 4. He is out of the game for Detroit. Lakers are outscored at 38-18 in the paint. Also fast breaking, they own it. AD, that's another area. He's now 3 for his last 20 from beyond the arc.
Another look at that last basket with our Carl's cam was Stewart came in for Plumlee and immediately got a flush.
Front court, 70-61.
That was the halftime deficit for the Pistons.
Dumboya is going to give it right back to Jeremy Grant. Loves to get to the basket. Fires up a 3. LeBron chasing after it. 50-50 ball. He beats Dumboya to the basketball. LeBron with 6 assists and 13 points. Marcus Gasol just hit a 3. He's going inside. Windshield wiper. Now to LeBron. Open. Fires. Short is right. And get knocked down is Sekou Dumboya.
Yeah, he was wrapped up with Anthony Davis. Gets called for the foul.
So Sekou gets called for the foul, though he's the one who went down to the floor. Out of bounds, Caldwell Pope. We're 4 minutes into the third quarter. Glad you're with us. Again, the homestand continues Monday, and LeBron turns it over. Tried to hook it to the cutting Anthony Davis.
Yeah, tried to hook it over his head, though, but that's where the defender's hands were.
Dumboya glances off the rim. They're 8 for 21. There's that long lead from beyond the arc. Long lead for Davis. He's surrounded by blue and red jerseys. The cutter is Caldwell Pope. Instead, AD keeps it. He's one-on-one. Just inside the free throw line. In and out. And Dumboya has the rebound for him. That's his first of the game. First for Dumboya. Stands 6'9".
Oh, that's fine.
He's not
small.
Yeah, exactly. Again, the Lakers who haven't played, who were in the rotation, Matthews and Markieff Morris, they have been the odd men out the last few games. So the energy not quite what it was the other day. Here is LeBron, and there's that feed from Gasol that Mike Trudell was talking about. Just run it through the big fella on the high post.
So you throw it to him, but then you just can't stand. You got to make sure you cut hard. That time LeBron threw it in, and a direct cut. He gets a return pass. He gets the layup with the left, and the Lakers go up 72-61. Had a chance there to get their biggest lead of the night.
We got a new GM in Detroit, Troy Weaver. He really turned over the roster. Only 5 players came back and only a quarter of the minutes played all last year. The scoop it to Jeremy Grant. So a team in transition. Grant wants to go right to AD, get knocked down as Schroeder. Is that a Laker foul? I wouldn't think so.
They ran Schroeder over again. Schroeder's, well, I tell you, I just love his effort.
We've seen players go down before and get called for the foul.
Oh, absolutely.
But it is Schroeder. You know, the Lakers take the most charges in the league, and by a wide margin, too. 29 charges taken before tonight's game. Next highest team, 22. Something you might have suspected, and now it's documented for you. LeBron, AD, catch. Back to the basket and throws it away. It's going to go out of bounds, and they'll take it underneath the basket. It was a post-up. Lakers post up more than anybody else. And Detroit's actually a pretty good post-up defensive team. That was resulted in a turnover. But Kailu, they take him out too early in the first half?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's the stubbornness of coaches, isn't it?
Stay with the routine.
Yeah. Stay with the same rotation. I mean, Svi,
he was 4 for 4.
Yeah, in 11 minutes, 11 points. You need that production.
KCP very close to shooting the gap there and getting a steal. Knocked it out of bounds. It'll be Pistons ball. A lot of time on the shot clock.
Svi has 5, make it now 6 double-figure scoring games with an 11-point effort tonight. Delon Wright, Stewart nearly traveled, and he scores as the Lakers tried to double-team him in deep.
The only reason they didn't call traveling on him, in my estimation, he didn't have control of the ball.
In the attacking 47, it's Dennis Schroeder. KCP, been an off night offensively for him. AD, once again, they isolate. Jeremy Grant cheating over that time. Is the defense. Kuzma's got it. Yes, sir. Knock it down. That's smooth. He's tough. Kuz. Nice to see. Look at Gasol, the hustle play. Then trying to wrestle it away. And it's going to be Laker ball.
I mean, Mark still plays that good position defense, and we get another look at Kuz draining his third from three-point land. That's since the catch-shoot guy. And then Mark, the ball was free. Mark said, ooh, I'm going to get down here with the smaller players. He gets down the floor, gets the ball, gets the foul. Another turnover for the Pistons. That's going to be free throws coming in. When was the last time Mark saw a shot of free throw? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Well, he's still a good free throw shooter, 86%. In fact, it's his career high from the line. You want to know when.
Yeah, he just doesn't get there that often. But he earned this trip.
THT will be in the game in a moment. So will Plumlee. And he knocks it right through. Taylor Port Tucker for the Lakers is stint before 9 minutes, 4 points, a couple of assists.
The Pistons may have to go small rather quickly because Plumlee comes back in with his 4 fouls. Stewart just exited with his 5th foul. So they're in a little trouble up front.
Well, for the entertainment factor, it's unfortunate that no Derrick Rose, no Blake Griffin, two of the biggest names in the NBA.
And their best shooter, Wayne Ellington.
Yeah, who scored 20 against the Lakers in their win. And it was a big 20. As Schroeder gets his hand on it, knocks it out of bounds. Derrick Rose being mentioned in all sorts of trade rumors. 72-game season, remember. They haven't even scheduled the second half yet. Josh Jackson comes in.
I can't go to the second half looks. There's so many teams that Memphis has.
Wizards, Memphis, both those teams. Mikhailuk hits the top of the board.
Good challenge though by the Lakers.
Kuzma, set, fire. Almost rolled that one in. Out of bounds it goes. By the way, Kuzma had a really good game the other night. He had multiple rebounds, assists, steals, and blocks for only the second time in his career. So when he's learning and getting better at all these other things, it's showing in the numbers.
It will definitely show.
Here's Davis, wide open. Very poorly defended on the out-of-bounds play.
That wasn't defended.
I was trying to be kind.
You were very kind.
AD was all alone from about 10 feet. Laker lead is 80-63. It's the biggest of the game. 17 points. This is what you should be doing to the team with the worst record. At home, that's off the palm of AD and out of bounds. Still 3.5 to go in the third quarter.
Run right. How did he miss the layup? They had him trapped, but then they left him, and he actually had a layup that he just couldn't knock down.
He's been starting in place of the rookie Killian Hayes, who they really like, who's going to be out until March with a hip injury. Killian Hayes was the 7th pick of the draft.
Kuzma picks up the foul, making sure that Svi doesn't get an open look. He was trailing the play, and his momentum ran up Svi's back.
Rock Chalk Jayhawk from the University of Kansas, Svi Mikhailuk. Look at Mark challenging and blocks it. Lakers lead the NBA in blocks, but Wright picks it up and scores the 3.
Job by Mark of blocking it and keeping it alive.
Actually, Lakers second in blocks. Number 2 in blocks in the NBA. Schroeder, mid-range. He's having a nice scoring game. He had missed. How about really nice? 6 for 6. Josh Jackson answers right back. They've hit 10 threes tonight. Twice as many as the Lakers. Yet they are down by 13. We'll see Montrez into the game in a moment. Port Tucker, back it up. The pick by Gasol, utilized by THT, chased in the corner by Plumlee. And he'll go to the dribble. Original pick of Brooklyn. Mikhailuk bounces, Plumlee kicks it, corner. Jackson got 2 in a row. Timeout, Lakers.
Yeah, that 17-point lead is gone. It's down to 10. Still 2:26 to go here in the third. Basketball, a game of runs.
Jack in the box. James Summerlin in the paint. Lakers more than doubling up tonight. 42 to be exact. AD with 19 points overall. 21 assists on 31 field goals made. By the way, Detroit, 18 assists on 23 field goals for them. And out and running. A couple of highlights. Showtime Lake Show plays. 17-2.
You talk about the Lakers doubling them up in the paint. Well, they've doubled the Lakers up from three-point land.
Yeah, they have. Turnovers at this juncture. 16 for the Lakers, 16 for the Pistons. Has not been a clean game. Montrez is back in. LeBron goes around the back, and now we'll survey the floor. LeBron holding on to it. Two-hand chest pass into Montrez, backing up, but he forgot the ball. They're going to bounce it to the line right. Unselfish, and a throwdown and a foul. Jeremy Grant gets an and one.
Well, that's running the lane there. Jeremy Grant was streaking down the right side, and boy, he can elevate in a hurry. Turnover by Montrez. The Pistons are out and running. Also gets a little bit of a poster there as he goes for the block and gets dunked on.
Save the line right could have easily gone in himself to try to throw it down.
They're taking 10 points off that.
Yeah, it's only a 7-point game. And this is reminiscent of what happened in Detroit. 2 minutes to go in the third. It's a 9-0 run. DHT inside out. The Caruso all the way. The scoop, he can't score. Trying to keep it alive, and Plumlee controls. And the Pistons are definitely back in this game. Lakers led by as many as 17. This is the end of a 4-game road trip for Detroit. Plumlee underneath. Jackson closing out was Kuzma. Fires from 17, and the rebound goes to Trez.
Jackson very easily could have been called for traveling when to catch that time. He shuffled the feet, got away with it.
LeBron, here he is, falling back and scoring. 84-75.
They just got to get their defense back in gear, open this game back up again.
LeBron with 18 points. Coming up on a minute to play in the third from Staples Center here on Spectrum Sportsnet. Jeremy Grant goes to the dribble. Mikhailuk, this is an uh-oh, but he misses that one. Taken by Kyle Kuzma. The Kuzma in the rebound department, that's number 4. He's going to get it. Look to attack, knocked over Mikhailuk. That's an offensive foul. The basket doesn't count. Kuzma pleading his case to no avail, of course.
18 turnovers.
But again, 18 turnovers. So far, only turned into 14 points. We've only had, go ahead.
That's good in a sense. But at the same time, the 18 turnovers takes away 18 opportunities.
Exactly. There's nothing good in 18 turnovers. I'm just saying it could be worse. The spin on LeBron. Boy, he left LeBron just standing there. And it's 84-77.
Lakers can get a 2-for-1 here, but I don't know if they're going to try to.
Too late for it now. As directing traffic is James. THT down the middle he goes. There's that backhand layup. That backhand layup, that's become his shot.
Now the Pistons will work for the last shot. They trail by 9. Same margin. It was at intermission.
THT 3 for 5 tonight. Also has 3 assists to go with his 6 points. Shot clock is off. Plumlee all the way. Montrez fouls him. Plumlee. Free throw time. And you know.
With THT again getting into the rim and using that body to protect the ball from the defender. Plumlee, normally a shot blocker, though, didn't want to pick up another foul. He normally would really challenge a shot like that.
I saw a picture somewhere today of him doing that exact thing as Plumlee brings it. THT, that exact layup while in high school. You know, you carry your shots on for your whole career.
We already are.
Yeah, there's Plumlee. Not the greatest of form.
So that 1 out of 2 on the first trip in the first half, and he duplicates that here in the third.
But he's still nearly 70% this season. All right, Lakers should get an opportunity. Quarterback LeBron throws it to THT, throws it down. What a play!
That is called no defense at all. They did that in 1.9 seconds.
Less than 2 seconds, that play. And at the other end, that might count.
No.
They're going to look at it, but at first they waved it off.
It looked like it was still in his hand. But how did the Lakers get a dunk after a made free throw with 4.9 seconds to play? LeBron throws it, the tight end grabs it, and it goes up and flushes it. We'll head to the fourth with the Lakers up by 10.
My energy, but you have to cut them off, make them feel it. I ain't dealing with nothing if it don't make sense to me. I never go against my camp for some on the other side. I never put a for the money, gotta get it when it come to mine. Let's take an AK, cut it in half and call it a Draco. Let's go back on my old ways, round with that 5, I'll count on that Fuego. Life insurance on my chain, your life, reach for up, bust your brain. Like, you sleeping on my money, take out, going out the way I came. Same route, I ain't never ran from it. No, I ain't never. If I did, cut my legs out right now. I ain't never been with the talk, snitch talk, I always talk.
Finals for LeBron James, and he played quarterback that time in a perfect touchdown pass. You know, here it is again, Stu.
Well, 4.9 on the clock. Long pass. THT catches it, one dribble, dunk. All that in 1.9 seconds.
Here's a catch and the shoot three, rebound to Kuzma. You know, there's a field across the street from the training center, and the Lakers will go out there sometimes to stretch and run around, and they'll play football. In fact, they'll throw pass patterns during pregame warm-ups. They did it all last year. We were in the middle of the pattern about 90% of the time.
They still do it
on the floor. They still do.
That was a pretty good pass pattern there.
Jackson, look at that. 3 guys running at Mikhaili. And it leaves Mboya open underneath.
That was not good defense by the Lakers. I just get the feeling the Lakers again have that mentality of flipping the switch when they need to. I mean, it's good to be able to do that, but you don't want to get in the habit of doing that.
LeBron bounce it to Caruso. Wide open is Kuzma. Boy, he tried to get and did get the foul.
But his foot was on the line.
Yeah, so it's a 2. Shoot 2 free throws
instead of 3.
That was all about the contact and really not about making the basket.
He's behind the line there, but he steps in right there to make sure he's in balance to get the contact. He'll go to the line and
Josh,
shoot 2.
he saw Jackson. He knew he fell for it.
Cruz's first attempts from the stripe. Is it the last game he missed 2 in a row?
No, he's a 61%er this year.
Not good. Not enough legs in his shot. He's using all wrist, basically.
Yeah, Lakers bottom 5 in free throw shooting. That has been tumbling since just about game 1. Mike, I mentioned it, and I know you have more about the Lakers and how much they love football.
Yeah, may as well keep that theme going, right, with the Super Bowl tomorrow.
That's right.
These guys all still play Madden. I shouldn't say all, but most of them. There's a league on the team where they play Madden. That's what they did in the bubble a lot. And this year, Quinn Cook remains the champion. He is the best Madden player. And Marquise Morris pretty good. LeBron pretty good. They haven't gotten THC going too much on the Madden yet. But, yeah, look, they're just like Stu Lance, okay? A lot of American football love.
American football.
Who's not good, Mike? Do you know who needs work?
Oh, man. Who's not good? I think that – so I don't think AD is great. But I'm going to have to get back to you on that. I have the stats from the bubble.
Go to work,
AD.
let me go to work. That. Yeah. I'm rooting for you, AD. Get back in the win column.
It's now another 7-point game
here. They're not going anywhere.
A quarter to play. The Lakers are just letting them stay in the game.
They rode a 16-0 run midway through the 4th in Detroit to win that game and win it going away by 15. Step back LeBron, high arc, not there. Boy,
This is why sometimes you just have to really lasso a guy. I mean,
Caruso screens, gets it back in the lane. Short J is down for Caruso. 94-85 Lakers. Josh Jackson bounces it for Plumlee. Saves it for Sekou. Saban Lee with a clock 7. Try to wrap it around. It's still in the Piston possession. And
this is why sometimes you just have to really lasso a guy. I mean,
the Pistons are going to get another shot here. Saban Lee with a score on the drop. For Sekou. Saban Lee with a clock at 7.
Are you a first-time college student or looking to transfer to complete your degree?
For Sekou.
To the open man. He's had 4 straight with at least 21, 7, and 7. He's a couple of more rebounds to get to that level again tonight, but now 5 to make it 7 straight games with at least 20 points for LeBron. But the Lakers only lead by 4. KCP tonight has only shot it 3 times, made 1.
It's a big possession here for the Lakers.
LeBron has it on the wing. LeBron looking, little look away to pass to AD, and it's another turnover. Lakers are now at 20 giveaways, and Mikhailuk just gave it right back.
Right back.
Yeah, as he tried to bullet that pass to Lee.
It's their 17th turnover, so a lot of bakery items in this game. A lot of turnovers.
About it. 37 combined. Still 8:18 to play. James Davis, corner, THT. Didn't want it. AD, also from Chicago, all the way to score. Couple of big steps, and he's right at the rim.
Yeah, and again, Plumlee has to be careful. He's got those 4 fouls, and there's 8 minutes.
The 2 stars for the Lakers, the big fellas, both have 21. Davis and James. They both shoot really good percentages. Plumlee, bounce, Jackson, turnover. Taken by the Lakers, LeBron, the middleman. LeBron with it. He's going to start all the way. One-hand slam. Dunk, LeBron. Little change of pace.
Little change of pace. He hesitated like he's going to pull up and then accelerated and wide open for the dunk.
Ron emphatically has the by 8. Back to the timeout. They're going to, Lee tried to throw it down on Trez. There's Plumlee. Little jump hook is good.
Well, if you're going to go to the rim, you might as well try that.
Well, Lee was doing that, wasn't he?
If not, you're going to probably see it come right back at you.
6-point game. Anthony Davis. He's bumped there, loses it momentarily, got to get out of the key. He will do just that as he skips out now. Wants to set a pick for LeBron.
LeBron's got to shoot.
And he's going to throw up. Oh, he got fouled and bailed out.
Look at the shot clock.
Out. Here's that dunk.
Yeah, that hesitation dunk by LeBron as he puts the Lakers up by 8 on that play. But then the Pistons answered back with the deuce. That's some play by LeBron.
Always fun to watch. Never gets old. Lakers are looking to avenge that loss. I had mentioned the Marvel team, the Avengers, earlier. You know, Mike Trudell in his pregame article, his warm-up for this one, mentioned the LA Avengers arena football team. I had a chance to broadcast them for about 8-9 years. Casey Wasserman's LA Avengers. Playing right here. Davis on its way. Not there. Taken by Jackson.
Well, Schroeder comes in for LeBron at this juncture, so LeBron will probably be out in a couple of minutes. Keeping people open for threes. So
yeah, Jeremy Grant hit the heel too far, too long. Plumlee never gave up on it. had about 3 taps and controlled it. 6.5 to play in the game. They're going to get another opportunity. Plumlee well guarded by AD, but then it's Jackson. He has been the one keeping them in the game.
When he's the hot hand, why are you leaving him? I mean, he's got to play him.
He's got 5 threes tonight. 7 out of 13. 3-point game.
Look at Plumlee set this one up with the drive into the or come across the middle and spot Josh Jackson, and Josh Jackson continues his hot shooting.
Tell you what, Plumlee has 6 assists. I mentioned Jackson's been on a bit of a roll, averaging almost 17 over the last 3 games.
A 1-possession game.
No Blake Griffin, no Ellington, no Derrick Rose, but AD is back. Remember, he missed the first one for the Lakers in that loss. He matches LeBron again with 23. Svi turns. Mikhailuk bounces. Schroeder was right there. Loose ball, but Mikhailuk gets it to back in again. And it's a 3, which means the lead is 2. Timeout, Lakers.
They just, right now, just getting to all the 50-50 balls and converting, as they just will not go away. 5:39 left, a 2-point game.
Your new year with a top-rated Cadillac, or choose the most awarded automotive luxury brand for initial.
Please don't pay that. Songs in this party, I can't even listen to that.
And LeBron with 23 points and a 2-point game. So this has gotten very serious.
Yeah, 4 steals for LeBron. Jackson has 17 of his 20. Detroit in the second half. They've hit 10 more threes than the Lakers. That's a 2 for KCP from straight away. Good play by Montrez to volleyball it out. AD off the window to score.
Good job by Montrez of getting an extra possession.
LeBron's coming back in. The rest was short. As we see, payback has not been easy tonight for the Lakers. Jeremy Grant hasn't shot it particularly well tonight, but he's working on Schroeder. Likes that matchup. In and out.
The Lakers keep switching that play, and it puts Schroeder or a smaller defender on Jeremy.
Dennis goes around finds himself open on the bench for some open real real estate he hasn't missed
Yeah, I was
tonight.
gonna say, is he going to miss?
7 for 7 for Dennis the Menace. Jackson, is he feeling it? Roughs that one a bit.
Wow,
Good play.
stole it right away from Montrez.
Delon Wright just picked his pocket clean. Mikhailuk, now Jackson. 4.5 to play. Lakers up on Jackson. He scores again. That's 19 in the second half. Handoff now to THT. He's going to go down the middle all the way. Beats Plumlee to the basket.
Right now, Plumlee can't play like he's got 4 fouls. This is a close game. You got to play now.
Yeah, 5 fouls, hands in your pocket, 5. 4, no.
Foul on THT there. A couple of subs coming in for the Lakers. LeBron James and Caruso. Out goes Montrez and THT. Another look at THT turning the corner and attacking Plumlee, getting basically an uncontested layup.
So here in crunch time, the 5 on the floor for the Lakers: Caldwell Pope, Schroeder, Davis, the Caruso, and LeBron. Plumlee holding on to it. Now we'll give it up to Delon Wright. And he's been their best playmaker this year. Into the right wing, Jeremy Grant's going to attack. Ball movement inside. Plumlee's going to have to shoot it. They're not going to get it away. Grant did not get it away. That's another violation.
Yeah, and that happens when you put the ball into the hands of a guy that's not an offensive-minded player like Plumlee. When he had it, he should have shot the ball. But he's
deep, too.
How much deeper did he think he was going to get?
He went inside out and results in a turnover. They're 19th. A big possession for the Lakers. Get a little more breathing room. They're up 6. LeBron backing it up. He's got the same number of points as the number on his jersey. Looking for 3 more. Grant with the rebound. Came over from Denver and has become the man here. Jeremy Grant all the way. Jeremy Grant, the man, throws it down.
And that was semi against a whole half-court defense. And he turns and gets a dunk. So you've got to be on the same page defensively.
Exactly 3 minutes to play. Lakers looking for their 18th win of the year. And they're in a battle with the team with the worst record. Schroeder again. Didn't draw iron. Pretty good defense that time. We have a hurt Piston at the other end. And here goes Jackson all the way. Good defense by Caruso. The Caruso time that down the floor. And it's LeBron with the left hand. Can't score. Battle for 50-50 ball. And the Lakers come up with it.
Well, their speed of the Schroeder outrunning Plumlee for that one.
But a good defensive play by Alex at the other end.
Short clock.
With 3, with 2. LeBron to beat the clock. Tipped up, no. Rebound Detroit. Mikhailuk with his team down by 4. Everybody taking their time to get into the front court. Good gasp a little bit, aren't they? It's a unit on the floor for Dwayne Casey. Wright goes around Davis and scores. 106-104. With 2 minutes to play. Detroit looking to sweep the Lakers. Purple and gold, the Lake Show looking to hang on. James, now Schroeder. They want the ball to Davis and they get it to him. 6
with
to
5
shoot.
on the clock.
Again.
All this action, and then it makes it a short clock.
To beat the clock. And Detroit's got it with a chance to tie or take the lead. And I know that's one of the things you talk about often. If you're going to get it to AD, get it to him sooner.
Just bring it down and throw it into him. Bring him all that off.
Delon Wright, guarded there by AD. Mikhailuk with 6 to shoot. This is for, no, that shot will not count. Offensive foul. Offensive foul, Laker ball.
Another look at that half-court play where Jeremy Grant just goes around and gets a dunk in the half-court. Just got to be on the right page, the same page defensively. And then Delon Wright goes in and a little scoop layup. So Lakers just really playing with fire right now.
Foul in the turnover. Here's the bounce to AD's underneath, and they steal it. Lakers 22nd turnover. Time out. Play.
Minute and 2 seconds left on the clock. The Lakers, who once led by
Pakisabi na lang.
Meron sa gitna ng kawalan.
You're playing a team shorthanded, and your focus isn't where it should be, even though you did go up by 17. You know the other team's going to play hard. They got guys out there that's going to get extended minutes, and they're responding.
Been a long time since the Pistons had the lead. They could get it on this turn with Jeremy Grant shooting a three. That one rolled around, it spun out.
The Lakers can put themselves in the driver's seat with a score here.
And the bounce to Anthony Davis. 10 to shoot. AD leaves it for LeBron. LeBron, 30 seconds to go in the game. 5 to shoot. On its way. Does not get it. Long rebound to Plumlee.
They can work
nearly the entire clock.
But they're down 2, so they got to make sure they got a chance for an offensive rebound or at least a quick foul to extend the game.
It's about a 2.5 second difference.
You got to make sure if you're the Lakers, you don't give up a 3.
Well, DeLon Wright's going in. Had an opportunity. Probed in. 6 to shoot. 5 to shoot. Jackson going to have to fire it up right here for the tie. And we're tied at 106 with 3.1 remaining. That is just what? The 5th time we've been tied tonight.
Normally, these are good teaching lessons for teams. You know, where your coach tells you we've got to play through the entire game, not play in spurts. Another look at Jackson, who takes it off the dribble and doesn't settle for a 3. He attacks and throws it off the window and ties the game up with 3 seconds still to play. So if you're the Pistons, you're hoping that you can get them, obviously.
Sa bawat saglit. Natapos na ang lahat. Kailan kaya muli?
Caruso will take it out. You've got Kuzma, Davis, LeBron, and Dennis Schroeder. 3.1. Shot clock is off. Tie game.
You just don't want to turn it over here.
LeBron will attack. LeBron all the way. LeBron can't score. And we're going 5 extra minutes.
Lakers had the opportunity to miss. As LeBron turns the corner and throws it up under duress. The players were there to challenge. Doesn't get the ball to drop. Ball goes out, and we're headed to the overtime session. 5 extra minutes.
Di ko alam.
In the second quarter, 36-35 was their last lead. LeBron James and the Lakers, their first possession of the extra. That's going to be a turnover for the Lakers, their 22nd of the night. And as good as they look, the second half against Denver, it is the exact opposite right now. That second half was about as good as they have played all year. Again, this is the number one rated defense. Pulls up over LeBron. That's good box out by KCP, and then allowed AD to get control of it. Anthony Davis. Davis stops for a three. Boy, it's been a long time coming for him from beyond the arc.
A long time since the Lakers scratched, too.
Jackson really feeling it. Throws it in. Boy, I tell you what, when you get in that zone, you know it. And that's where Josh Jackson is residing right now. 26 points. Detroit led by 5 in the first half. They're up 4 right now, but there's only 3.5 to play. Schroeder gets stripped.
He got fouled.
Oh, and he did get fouled by Grant.
Grant reached around and came on across his arm. And Josh Jackson has been the difference in this second half. He has really taken over the Piston offense. I mean, everything he's thrown up there has found its way in. He's 10 out of 18 overall.
Another player from KU, just like Mikhailuk, Kansas. Schroeder, 7 to shoot.
Short clock.
Yeah, you're right. They give it to LeBron. He's in a very difficult position.
Look at the clock.
1.4 in the Laker ball out of bounds.
I just think they should not rush, but hurry into their sets more, not be so deliberate, because that clock is the same, it's ticking at the same rate all the time, so you got to get going.
6 minutes without a basket. So Caruso scores. That drought went forever, and then they broke down defensively, but Caruso has an and one.
Said it a million times. Look at the guy guarding LeBron. Shoulders are squared to the baseline. You protect against that play right there. You never square your shoulders to the baseline. You give up a jumper, not a layup.
I don't know what Josh Jackson was looking at defensively either. He wasn't looking at his man or the ball. 1 point game. 110-109. Lakers are down.
Well,
We're down over 3 minutes.
It would behoove the Lakers to guard Josh Jackson.
By the way, Josh Jackson has 5 fouls. That would be a good way to stop him. Get him out of the game.
At the rate they're going, that's going to be the only way they stop him.
No whistle. Swallowed it on that play, and then he gets an and one. So AD took the contact, went down, no whistle, and a 3-point opportunity for Plumlee.
This is close to an offensive foul there because you see the left arm come away from the body. No call, and then Schroeder comes in to help and picks up the foul. A 3-point opportunity here.
As we've seen, Plumlee not the best of free throw shooters, but he's put up a nice line tonight. 12, 8, and 6. And he rattles that one in. Lakers are down 4. Detroit trying to take both games. LeBron and the Lakers just scored after going 6 minutes without. Ooh, Schroeder got hit in the face.
It was an accidental.
Shooters, but he's put up a nice line tonight. 12, 8, and 6. And he rattles that one in. Lakers are down 4. Detroit trying to take both games. LeBron and the Lakers just scored after going 6 minutes without a point. Ooh, Schroeder got hit in the face.
It was an accidental swing by DeLon Wright.
He knows it.
He's reaching for the ball.
DeLon, who's been starting in the place of Killian Hayes. Ball out of bounds. Schroeder, 18 points tonight, 6 assists. On its way for a 2. Rebound, Mikhailuk.
And it's a 2-possession game right now.
And Detroit owns the basketball. Front court Plumlee, attacking 47 feet. Mikhailuk, they'll milk the clock a little bit. DeLon Wright, they're running it through the high post and Plumlee. Jeremy Grant, not a bad option. AD got a hand on it, blocked it for the Lakers. Big play by Davis. Now Caldwell Pope leaves it for LeBron. Instead, it's Schroeder now who will attack. Caruso, the ball movement is quick, it's swift. Caruso, the shot is down.
Boy, they needed that shot in the arm. Brings it back to a 1-point game.
Alex Caruso had been 0 for his last 7 from beyond the arc until he made that one. That was covering 3 games. And he made it at a great time. Oh, Plumlee, good defense by Davis again. Here come the Lakers. KCP, throw it down. And the Lakers lead it 114-113.
How come there's no and one on that play? As he dunks it, he gets hit on top of the head, it looked like. And they let the play go as Caruso brings them to within 1 with the 3-pointer as they leave him open and he drains it. And then the turnover and the Lakers go out and run. And there's KCP going up, slamming it, and the Lakers go up. 114.
Balak tanungin. Dapat mahalin ang amo ng iyong mukha.
You've got to take control of the game with your defense.
In transition tonight, Lakers with a huge 23-4 advantage. Detroit down by 1. They have battled tonight, short-handed. Jeremy Grant, left hand, count it, and 1. And Detroit's got the lead again, and Jeremy Grant has a free throw coming.
Nice job of using his offhand. He goes to the left, gets the contact, throws it up, throws it in, and he'll go to the line and see if he can give him a 2-point lead.
He hasn't missed from the line. He's 4 for 4. As a team, they're shooting 80%. This would be point number 23. He knocks it down.
Hasn't had a very efficient game, Jeremy, because he's got 23 points on 21 attempts.
And 2 for 8 from 3, too. LeBron holding on to it. There's only a minute 18 to go in overtime. We're down at it again. Lakers had a chance to win it right at the buzzer. Look at the drop. LeBron with 3, with 2. Going to go to the rim. He hasn't missed from the line. He's 4 for 4. As a team, they're
a very efficient game, Jeremy, because he's got 23 points on 21 attempts.
And 2 for 8 from 3, too. LeBron holding on to it. There's only a minute 18 to go in overtime. We're down at it again. Lakers had a chance to win it right at the buzzer. Look at the clock. LeBron with 3, with 2. Going to go to the rim, and he has it stripped but fouled.
The on-court call is overturned. We will have a jump ball center circle between any two.
Well, the call was, the challenge was successful by the Pistons. So there was no foul on Plumlee.
What a huge challenge.
There'll be a jump ball at center court between Plumlee and Anthony Davis. This has gotten very, very serious for the Lakers. Trailed by 2. This possession could be the ball game. If the Lakers don't get control of this tap, or if they don't get control of their defense.
Plumlee wants to go back to Grant. AD wants to go back to LeBron, and AD wins it. LeBron with the basketball. 23 points tonight. Lakers have the entire shot clock to work, but it's under a minute to go in the game, and they're down by 2. LeBron with Plumlee in front of him. Is he set? LeBron with 6 on the clock, going to go to the rim and score. Brown all the way, strong to the basket, and we're tied at 1-6.
As it turns out, they'll get another attempt. Can get a stop depending on when the Pistons take their shot.
Milan right. Got a 2 for 1 if they want it. Jeremy Grant.
Pull up jumper.
6 to shoot. Goes around AD. That's by Davis, but then the foul call, which came a little bit late. Might be the correct anyway, but AD was draped all over him.
Another look at the play that tied the game by LeBron as he hesitates and goes around Plumlee. And now the Lakers are seeing Jeremy Grant go to the line as, wow, what happens when you use your foul early? You can't use your challenge early.
Jeremy aggressive. Jeremy Grant has not missed the. He's now 6 for 6. We're going to get a substitution into the game. Sekou's going to come in. Luke is going out. So Demboya in, Luke out. Lakers have Schroeder, KCP, Caruso, Davis, James. The 5 on the floor, and they're down by 2 with 26 seconds left.
Then you have to figure, what do you do with the clock? I mean, if you miss, you want to leave time to be able to commit a foul and lengthen the game.
Schroeder going all the way, dishes AD, throws it down to tie it. No whistle, though. AD thought he was going to get an and one. Well run by by Davis. We're tied, but again, seconds remain.
And the Lakers are still complaining that there was no whistle on that play at the rim as AD goes up. AD thought that he got fouled. The three officials said no, we'll continue to play as Schroeder sets it up, drives, makes Plumlee commit, spots Anthony Davis, and Anthony Davis glides in for the flush. Schroeder again making it happen. Good cut by Anthony on the play, the finish, and this defensive-minded Laker team has to play defense to win the game. There's only 18 seconds left in overtime.
Remember, the Lakers had a chance to win in regulation. LeBron driving to the rim, could not score. Now it's Detroit with an opportunity with just 18 seconds remaining.
And the Lakers have to get this stop just to send it to a second overtime.
So everything pointing towards the visiting team right now. If they win, it would be just their second on the road. The other win was against Miami.
They should really work for the short clock. They want to make sure they use up every second of this 18 seconds.
It's either you win or you go to a second overtime.
That's right. That's why it all favors the Pistons right now. The worst thing that can happen to them.
But both teams with 22 turnovers, so I wouldn't count on anything right now. See if the Lakers can get one here. A stop is what the Lakers need to send it to overtime number 2. Wright leaves it for Grant. Grant with 3 seconds. With 2 seconds, Jeremy Grant for the lead. And we're going to another overtime.
Wow, it's just as long as this game is over, kickoff.
It's a simple request. Simple.
Jeremy Grant, their leading scorer, gets the final play of this overtime as he tries to take LeBron off the dribble and comes up just a little short. 2 overtimes in the book.
Sa first look, nung una kitang makita sa Facebook, love that
LeBron against Jeremy Grant. Ball poked away from Anthony Davis by Plumlee. Davis wants every nudge to be a foul. Shot clock at 6. Now it's at 5 for Schroeder. Nearly lost it to DeLon Wright. Shot clock's going to run out. Kuzma fires short. He did beat the buzzer, but the Pistons have the ball. They get the Lakers stopped in their first possession of the second overtime. Josh Jackson lobs for Plumlee, who pulls it down.
Smart to do so if you're not sure.
Now Josh will fire. Short. LeBron James to forecourt. We're a minute into the second overtime. Anthony Davis against Plumlee. Turns, fires over Mason. It won't fall. Rebound snatched down by Jeremy Grant. Mason Plumlee hands to Svi Mykhailiuk. A leaning three, won't go through, got his own rebound, but then lost it to Anthony Davis. Had his hands on the rebound. We're still even. Nobody has scored yet in the second overtime.
This is a dogfight.
Sure is. The bounce swiped by Jeremy Grant. Jeremy to the rim, lays it up, lays it in. Great reverse by Jeremy Grant. Pistons by 2 in the second overtime.
I'm telling you, the Pistons look the fresher team, don't they?
And they played last night in Phoenix. The Lakers were off last night. Schroeder. Davis from the corner. Rips the net, a triple for the big fella.
Schroeder's played a smart game. He hasn't forced anything. He's made some good passes.
Lakers by 1. 2:42 to play in the second overtime. Jeremy Grant to the basket, lays it up, lays it in.
Look at the Lakers. That is a look of bewilderment as the Pistons continue to press forward.
Ooh, me tired? Jeremy Grant does not look tired.
At all.
Pistons by 1. LeBron cross courts to Kuzma. Shot clock down to 7. Plumlee up on LeBron. Shot clock's at 4. Now it's at 3. LeBron down the lane, lays it up, lays it in.
You know, I think when that clock is down, remember I said it's important as a defender to know the clock too. And if you're Mason Plumlee in that situation, once he gets inside the 3, back up a little bit. Give yourself a better chance to cover the drive.
Jeremy Grant comes to get it. Jeremy Grant drives it. DeLon Wright back to Jeremy. Ball batted away in the corner. Shot clock's down to 2.9. Minute and 46 to play in the second overtime. The Lakers have a 1-point lead. Caruso checks in for LA for Kuzma. Plumlee spins and guns. It's wide against Anthony Davis. The Pistons' second half star, Josh Jackson, playing with 5 fouls, is the only Piston any kind of foul difficulty. Plumlee has 4. Only Schroeder has 4 for the Lakers. Lakers by 1, a minute 36 to play in the second overtime. LeBron shoots a pass inside for Schroeder. Pistons batted away, but a whistle will blow. DeLon Wright's 4th foul. Tell you what, he's had a great game. 9 assists to go with 22 points. LeBron hangs onto it in the corner. Doubled, and now he's just one-on-one against Plumlee. Shot clock at 4. Now it's at 3. He'll turn and fire. and fill it up.
Wow.
Clutch triple for LeBron James. And the Lakers are up 126-122. A minute and 17 to play in the second overtime. The Pistons have had more energy, made more plays, put themselves in a position to win more than once. But the other guys have this guy.
The threat of the drive, and you have to be out there on him because he's out beyond the arc. We'd love to have seen Mason maybe get him off that line or at least have a tall hand up on the shot. But, hey, Mason Plumlee has had another really good game playing major minutes. Look at the minutes that he has played tonight, 46 and counting.
He and Jeremy Grant have played 46, DeLon Wright 44. LeBron James, by the way, has played 45, Davis 44. It's an 8-2 Laker run, the last 5 from LeBron James.
Well, no need to worry so much about the clock if you're the Pistons. There's plenty of time. But on this possession, you do want to come away with something positive. And that guy has been a focal point down the stretch when they need a basket. He has delivered. No reason to think that he would not be the number one option again here.
Yeah, you got to think about Jeremy Grant, that's for sure.
And you go on his decision. Maybe he doesn't end up taking the shot, but maybe you go through him.
We're in the second overtime, folks, if you just joined us. The Lakers hanging on by 4. Svi Mykhailiuk steps back, guns for 3. It's short. Off the deck to Caruso.
You know what? That play was there, but it was disrupted, I think, by a dislodged ball. It was shaken free, and it threw the cadence of the playoff because the Lakers were not ready for that. They were not expecting Svi Mykhailiuk to come off of a pick and get a handoff from Mason Plumlee.
Jeremy Grant with a foul. Caruso at the line. He makes it 127-122. Got them both. The second tried to come out, but did not. Pistons down 6, still 1:05 to play in the second overtime. Svi Mykhailiuk inside, drops it off to Jeremy Grant. Josh Jackson will drive and dunk. Josh shortens it up to a 4-point game.
Well,
48 seconds to play in the second overtime.
I don't know that I would be too shy about fouling LeBron if I have to. I mean, if there is one weak link in his entire arsenal, it is at the free throw line. Valuable time clicking away.
He steps back, guns for 3, and it's through. Probably right, Gregory. Maybe up on him and bump him. It's 131-124. LeBron acting like been there, done that, and he has. But don't poo-poo this Piston team tonight. Man, have they played well and hard.
They played well enough to win this basketball game.
They've outplayed the Lakers for much of the tail end of the ball game. LeBron has 8 points, though, in the second overtime, including clutch triples, and now it's 131-124 Lakers. Pistons shorthanded without Blake Griffin, Wayne Ellington, and Derrick Rose. Have done well tonight. In fact, they had a chance to win this thing a couple of times down the stretch in regulation and in overtime. But LeBron James has hit clutch shots, and now the Lakers have a 7-point lead.
He's hit clutch shots, and Anthony Davis certainly has made his presence felt. The two have combined for 63 points in this game, and that was a big one right there. And this was an even bigger one because now it makes it a 3-possession game for the Pistons, and time is dwindling.
It wasn't like there was no hand in his face. Mason Plumlee at 6'11" got up, got a hand up, but it didn't distract LeBron James. 33.6 to go in the second overtime. Jeremy Grant with a corner three that's through.
Add him to the 30-point club.
And now the 4-point game. Schroeder tripped down by, I believe, Josh Jackson. And if it is Josh, that's all for him. Jeremy Grant didn't waste a millisecond knocking that triple down. And Josh Jackson has fouled out. He fouls out with 28 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and a couple of steals.
Plays being reviewed for a possible clear path.
We're going to check and see if it was a clear path foul.
Schroeder got the pass. He was ahead of the field. And it looked like his feet got tangled with Josh Jackson's right here. Josh probably didn't know if he was going to go for a layup or just what. I don't think there was any chance that Schroeder was going to take that shot. He didn't need to.
The on-court ruling is no clear path, as he was not deprived of an opportunity to score as he curled away from the basket.
Gregory Kelser makes the right call, according to Tony Brown, the lead official. But bad news for the Pistons. They lose Josh Jackson late in the second overtime.
So now you got to play the foul game. And if LeBron James touches this basketball, I'm grabbing him. Schroeder's going to get the free throws here.
26.6 to go in the second overtime. First one falls.
He's had a nice game, George. 19 points. He has 8 assists.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a nice addition. I think because of his age, his youthfulness, it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade going from Rajon Rondo
and yet,
to Schroeder.
Yet he has a ton of experience.
Yes.
Made them both 133 to 127.
Just need to hurry here.
Deep to Plumlee. Flips it up, fills it up. 4-point game. And they got to foul somebody, and they foul Schroeder with 16 seconds to play in the second overtime.
You know, when you toiled most of your career on average teams that with little shot to win a championship, as has been the case with Dennis Schroeder, as was the case with Anthony Davis, you love to come to an opportunity like this where you got a chance to really seriously win a championship.
They are the champions. They beat Portland. Earlier, the year before, and last year, won 52 ball games and won it all. Jeremy Grant fires wide. 2 seconds left. 1 second. Steve Mikhailuk catches up with the basketball in backcourt, and the Lakers had to earn this one. They win in double overtime, 135 to 129. So many Pistons played well. We'll have lots to talk about in the postgame. For Special K, Gregory Kelser. For our producer, Jason Disick.
Hindi kumukupas, pero sisiwe.